Hi, and welcome to day 2 of our Burned Out to Bliss challenge. How was yesterday? Did you get that positive mindset going? Did you harness your thoughts and create memories and moments and cherish them? Remember, your lives are made in these small moments, and um, you need to always focus on the fact that you are living your child's memories, and that's an awesome responsibility on top of everything else. But what do you want them to remember? Do you want them to remember the mom that was frazzled all the time trying to do everything perfect, or the mom who sat in the middle of the mess and read them a book anyway? Today we're going to focus on the small moments of life, though, that aren't just about your children. The moments of life that are about you. And when we're busy with everything, when we're trying to tackle the laundry that never seems to end, and the snacks and the meals and the lessons running here and there, everything that is weighing on our shoulders that we need to try to get through, it becomes overwhelming and we start to feel burnt out. And inevitably, as moms, as dedicated people, what do? We put ourselves last. We say, there's all these things that need to be done, and I'm the one that needs to do it. I'm the one that's in charge. I'm the one that's been giving this. I'm not anywhere on the list because I'm the one making the list. But remember, our lives and our homeschool are more than boxes checked off a list. So somewhere along the way, you get lost in it all because let's face it, the kids aren't sitting there thinking, mom hasn't had any time to herself in ages. And she really needs a break, to rest, to sleep, to do what she wants. No, what they're thinking is that when you're an adult, you get to do everything that you want anyway. So really what their job is to make sure that you let them do what they want to do. We all know that's not true. But to keep going and to keep giving and to have what you need to have what you need. So you've probably heard the expression, you can't fill from an empty pitcher. If you're not filling yourself up, then you have nothing to give. And eventually, just like a car that you didn't put gasoline into, you're going to come to a screeching halt. So yesterday we worked on the positive mindset and being present and cherishing every moment with your kids. And that is wonderful because they're children for such a short amount of time. It just flies by. My oldest is in high school and it boggles my mind. Where did that time go? But at the same time, you're a person too, and your time is flying by and your time is precious and you deserve to be cherished. So it's not easy to find that, though, when you're home with the kids all day long. I mean, let's face it, the best thing about homeschooling is that you're with them all the time. And the worst thing about homeschooling is that they're with you all the time. So you need to have a way to get back and help yourself. And all of us have things that make us feel better. It could be anything. Some of us, it's the glass of wine at night. Some of it's getting to write in the journal. There's all these things that make us who we are and make us feel alive. And I realized that you're not going to have 3 hours to do something possibly if you're teaching 5 different children and running a house. You might have 3 minutes. And so that's where you have to find yourself, is in those little 3-minute tasks. If you notice, I have some jewelry on today. In the last video, I didn't have it on because I was rushing to get here. But I make it a point every day, I'd say 9.5 times out of 10, to put on a pretty necklace. Now, I don't get to do my hair all crazy. Some people spend a lot of time doing their hair, and that is great. That makes you feel good. But I'm just not a hair person, and when it comes down to it, I just don't have the time. Or I should say, I don't make the time. I'd rather just pull it up and have it out of my way and be done. I'm not big with makeup. I don't spend time with that. I do like to be dressed decent and have my necklace on. Now, a lot of times people will see me and they'll be like, oh, how do you have time to get dressed up? Like, you always have these necklaces on, and aren't you busy? I am busy. That's why I take 30 seconds when I put on a necklace, because it makes me feel good in the process of being busy. And honestly, it takes 30 seconds. I have about 5 necklaces that my good friend Anita hooked me up with from her Premier Design. and I wear them in different combinations or in different styles, and that's it. They go with every outfit because there's only a handful of colors I really like to wear, and so I put them on and I feel like I am put together, like I am ready, like I invested in myself. That's just one little step that I take, and it takes 30 seconds. But as we're talking about steps, another thing that makes me feel good is if I get to exercise a little bit. Now, there was a day back in the day when I only had one, maybe 1.5 kids, that I could turn on an exercise video and exercise for 35 minutes because they were little, put them in the carrier, set them up with a toy, and we'd go because we were home all day. It doesn't happen anymore because the honest truth is that the older the kids get, the busier it is, honestly, because they have their own schedule, but they can't drive, so they depend on you. So those days are just not possible. At this point, if I wanted to do that, I'd have to find the time, and then I'd still have little people climbing on me in between running the big people around. So what I do, I like to do walking workouts, and I've done enough of them that I can make up my own. So I like to start my day with at least 1,000 steps. And when I get up and go into the bathroom and get myself ready, take a deep breath, I think some positive thoughts, and then I do my 1,000 steps. And sometimes they're in place, and sometimes they're back kicks, and sometimes they're whatever, but I get to 1,000 and I lock the door. Now, there are days that everything starts to melt down when I hit like 300 steps. And I don't get to 1,000, but there are days that I do. And actually, there's more that I get to 1,000 than I don't. It doesn't take me that long at this point because I've gotten used to it. I do it in like 6 minutes, and I gradually built up to it. So my family got used to me being in the bathroom for a little bit longer at a time. And is the bathroom an ideal place to exercise? No, but it's the only place I can lock myself in and nobody's going to bother me. And since I'm in there already, they're like, oh, mom's getting ready for the day. Guess what? That's part of me getting ready. So I put on my necklace, I do my walk, and I'm ready to tackle the day. There are other little things I do during the day, and none of them are really great. I can't say that any of them even add up to probably half an hour of time in total. But they're ways that I give back to me because that's something that's really hard, and it took me a long, long time to be able to do that. And there are days that I think, I'm just too busy, I can't. But that's when I have to stop myself, and I go back, and I make myself find a necklace, and I make myself at least stretch or do something, and I make myself go down in my mind, what does my body need today? Have I put on my body butter? I love body butter. Have I put on my body butter lately? Are my elbows feeling a little rough and callousy? Because that's something that bothers me, and it makes me feel like I'm sacrificing too much. I'm willing to sacrifice a lot, but I just like my skin to be soft and my necklace to be on. So what I want to ask you is if you had 5 minutes a day, which you do have 5 minutes a day, you just need to find it and be like, I am using these 5 minutes for me. Trust me, you have them. You have 5 minutes a day. What can you do to make you feel like you're taken care of? Like you have what you want, like you are put together, like you are ready to face the day. And if that is spending 5 minutes curling your hair, maybe it takes 10 minutes. If that is putting on your lipstick and a little bit of mascara, or whatever it is, writing in your journal, listening to a podcast, reading 15 pages in your book. I'm trying to add that to my take care of me regime, but I'm still working on it. Whatever it is, I want you to sit down and think about it, because all of us have these things that make us feel special. And you are special. Just like your homeschool special and your kids are special, you are perfect for them because you are perfectly and wonderfully and beautifully made. And it's time that you realize it. So, in your workbook today, I'm going to have you work through brainstorm different ideas of what you can do and try them out. And you might not be able to put in 5 of these the first day. I'm letting you know that this might not be an overnight thing. It might be. You might catch the fire and be like, I'm just totally transforming overnight. And that is great. God bless you. But if you can't, pick one thing. Pick one thing to do today that maybe takes 30 seconds, maybe takes 2 minutes, maybe takes 5, whatever you can steal away and give to yourself. Pick that one thing and see how you feel afterwards. And then go over to the group and let us know. Tell us what you picked and how it changed your day. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I know that you are doing a great job. So I will see you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.